Rocky Mountain Diecast Racing League presents the Chevy Showdown. 12 classic Chevy muscle cars compete to crown a champion. In our first group of 6, we got Chipotle Batman in the 69 Chevelle. He's raced in every event so far. Griffin Cross drives a 1955 Chevy. Lil John from Slabtown Motors is driving the 1970 Chevelle SS. BEEZ is driving the 1968 CAMARO. SHNOOBY returns in the 1976 Corvette. He was runner-up in the World Team Championships. And Sarge from Nice Guy Racing in the Chevy NOMAD. Each group will have 6 races and they'll rotate through positions. Heat 1, we got BEEZ lined up with Chipotle Batman. And BEEZ takes early lead through the corkscrew. He's new to this track and this channel. See how he can do. Looks like he's going to take Heat 1, no problem. Oh wow, a bunch of cars just fell off the track, but Chipotle Batman finished. This is in second. Not quite sure what happened or who caused this train wreck. The points for this tournament, doesn't matter if you finish, you will receive points based on where you finish on the track. And BEEZ has an early lead. Heat 2, we got Lil John lined up with SARGE. They're both new to this channel. Lil John's got the lead going to the second corner. Holding on, he's got several car lengths. He rolls over in the last corner. Can Sarge get around him? And he does. Sarge takes the victory. What an upset. Lil John manages to cross in second on his roof. That was huge for Lil John to finish the race after crashing hard. That could have been a disaster. He could have ended up finishing last if he had fallen off the track, but managed to block everybody off. And Heat 3, we have Griffin Cross lined up with SHNOOBY. SHNOOBY was a finalist in the World Team Championships, but his wife kind of carried him, so let's see how he does on his own. Griffin Cross is holding on to first place, going to corner number 3. SHNOOBY wipes out, but he's able to hold off Chipotle and Lil John. I think after this heat, the points are going to be really close. We'll get to see the points in a minute here as they get tallied up. Look at that. Chipotle and Griffin are tied for first, but there's only a 2-point gap between first and last place. This is crazy. It's still anybody's race going into Heat 4. The top 3 cars out of this group will advance to the finals. We got Chipotle Batman lined up with BEEZ in Heat 4. BEEZ won the first race. He'd like to get a second win here. Chipotle's got the lead though, going into the second corner. Holding on, blocking BEEZ. And Chipotle gets his first victory of the day. That'll help his chances to move on. Let's see what the points look like after 4 heats. Chipotle's got the lead with 15 points. BEEZ in 12, Lil Jon with 11. But it's still pretty tight. Sarge is in row 1, lined up with Lil Jon. Sarge could use another win. He won his last heat that he started in the first row. And once again, Lil Jon beat him through the corkscrew. But last time Lil Jon crashed. Oh, Lil Jon crashes again! That's twice now that Lil Jon had the lead when he started in the first row, and he's crashed. He can just not handle the pressure of having a lead. And that time he fell off the track and still managed to finish third though, which is impressive considering. Last time he finished in second after crashing too, so that's helping to keep him in this. But going into Heat 6, there's still only a 3-point gap between Chipotle, Batman, and SHNOOBY. And SHNOOBY's starting row 1 beside Griffin Cross. SHNOOBY needs a win really bad to qualify. SHNOOBY's got a nice lead here going through the corkscrew. BEEZ is going to try to put some pressure. SHNOOBY puts a block on him. And SHNOOBY's going to get a victory. It's his first victory. Is it going to be enough? Boy, I think this is going to be close. It looks like SHNOOBY's going to qualify. With 19 points, he actually wins the group. Wow. BEEZ manages to hold on to second and Chipotle third. So we're going to say goodbye to Griffin Cross, Sarge, and Lil Jon, and SHNOOBY, BEEZ, and Chipotle are going to the finals. Our second group, we got Milkman in the 63 Corvette Grand Sport. Hotwheels Calgary returns in the 1964 Nova. He was teamed up with Chipotle Batman in the World Team Championships, but they did not fare well. Soul M is in our other 1955 Chevy. SS Pala is in the 1961 Impala SS. And Cowboy from Hell is in the 1965 Corvette. We have 3 Corvettes in this championship. It'd be interesting to see if they could all qualify. Mike P's in the 1970 Chevelle Road Racer. We also have 3 Chevelles in this championship, but one of them got knocked out. Chipotle Batman managed to make it, and he won. We got SS Pala lined up with Milkman. That SS Pala is massive. See how he does. Milkman's got the early lead here. Oh, he's flying pretty good. Oh, SS Pala is making a run. Oh! Milkman crashes and SS Pala gets on 2 wheels, gets around him, gets the victory. And for a minute there, I thought he was going to be the only one that finished the race, but Mike P managed to squeak by. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Mike P started in the back row. He got through the carnage and finished his second place unscathed. It's a rough start for our competitors. What happened here? It looked like Cowboy crashed and took out Soul M, and then not sure what. Calgary just got slowed down by Milkman, and Mike got around him. He too, we have Soul M lined up with Mike P. Mike P gets the lead through the corkscrew. He's got the Milkman right behind him, trying to put some pressure. Oh, Milkman loses control a little bit. Mike P finishes in first. Milkman's having a bit of struggle coming out of that corner 3, but he managed to hold on that time and get a decent result. We had a bunch of DNFs again. Looks like 4 again. Wow. Yeah. What was that? Soul M that just crashed and just blocked everybody. Brutal. Heat 3, we got Hotwheels Calgary lined up with Cowboy. Cowboys got the lead through the corkscrew. Hotwheels Calgary behind him, but Mike P is making a move on the inside. He's pushing Cowboy out of the way and gets into the lead, and Mike P is going to win 2 in a row. Wow, what a finish by Mike P. He started in the second row and manages to pull off a victory. Getting around 2 cars. That was impressive driving by Mike. Very aggressive. Looks like he was just trying to take out Cowboy. He was lucky to hang on to second place there. Nice little block. That's the first race in this group that everybody actually finished. And Mike P's got a commanding lead. He's pretty much guaranteed his spot into the finals. In Heat 4 we have Milkman lined up with SS Pala. Milkman takes the early lead. Can he finally win a race without crashing? Mike P's on his tail. And that time Milkman's able to win. He had a lot of pressure there from Mike P. Well, that's a huge finish for the Milkman. Let's see where our points are after 4 heats. Milkman, or Mike P still got a commanding lead. Milkman's in a pretty good spot too. But I'd say third place is still up for grabs. Mike P's lined up with Soul M in Heat 5. Mike's going to take a big lead through the corkscrew. Cowboy's on his tail though. He's gaining on him a little bit, but he spins out and Mike's got the easy victory. Cowboy manages to hang on to second. Milkman's in third. So it looks like Mike P and Milkman are pretty much guaranteed moving on. Well, Mike P for sure. Milkman, unless he had a disastrous finish, he's going. But third place between SS Pal and Cowboy from Hell is going to be very interesting. And Cowboy's got the advantage starting in row 1. He needs a victory here. Hotwheels Calgary lined up. Cowboy's got the early lead. Impala's trying to get around Hotwheels Calgary. Whoa! Impala jumps onto Cowboy's hood. But Cowboy holds on for the victory, and I think that's enough to get him through. If my math serves me correctly. And judging by Impala's reaction, it's a done deal. By 1 point. SS Pala tried so hard to get around Cowboy, he almost ramped over the car. Wow, what a finish in this group. But Mike P was dominant. And SHNOOBY and CHIPOTLE Batman and BEEZ are going to have to look out for that guy. And here we go into the finals. We all started 0 points again, but leading the charge is Mike P. He had 28 points in the first round. SHNOOBY had 19 points. Led the first group. Milkman had 18 points. BEEZ also had 18 points. Cowboy from Hell had 17 points. And CHIPOTLE Batman had 17 points. So between second and 6th, it was awful close. Mike P had way more points than anybody else, but could be a bit of luck or just a weakness of his group. I guess we'll see what happens in the finals. And BEEZ and Mike P are lined up. BEEZ would like to take a lead through the corkscrew, but Mike P is gonna get him on the outside. Mike's got the victory and he won. BEEZ holds on to second. That was a little bit disappointing for SHNOOBY, who started row 2 and ends up finishing 5th and only getting 1 point. Chipotle Batman's only guy that doesn't finish it, giving him 0 points. See what happened there to SHNOOBY. He tried to get around COWBOY, but didn't work out for him. Heat 2, we have the Milkman lined up with Chipotle Batman. Milkman's done pretty good starting the first row. If he can just control his car in the first round, he crashed. And there he goes, he crashes. What a disaster. Mike P pushes Chipotle out of the way, and Mike P gets his second victory in a row. Wow. He's 2 for 2. And he was starting in the second row. Chipotle's not impressed with that move that Mike put on him. Kind of pushed him off the track, but there's no rules against doing that in this tournament. Gotta learn how to handle the pressure, and rubbing is racing, as they say. The Milkman's gotta figure out his car. He's had struggles on that second last straightaway. Well, Heat 3, we got SHNOOBY lined up with COWBOY. Right now, there's nobody putting too much pressure on Mike P, but if SHNOOBY can pull out a victory, then this would get interesting. SHNOOBY's got a pretty good lead here. Mike P once again trying to push COWBOY out of the way, but COWBOY hangs on for dear life and holds on to second place. I'm not sure if we'll be able to catch that in the replay, but Mike P is just ridiculously aggressive here. This is his first time on the track too. You'd think he would try to take it easy, but it's like he doesn't have brakes on that car. He's just running into guys, trying to push them out of the way. Heat 4, we have Mike P lined up with BEEZ. I think everybody's scared to even be lined up beside Mike, the way he's driving in this tournament. He's going to take an easy lead through the corkscrew. Can he hold on? He's been very consistent in finishing races. And once again, straight as an arrow. And somebody's flipped over there. Hard to tell from the other side who that wasn't. Might have been BEEZ. Gonna have to see in the results. Yep, that was BEEZ, and Milkman was able to get around him. Not quite sure what happened to BEEZ. He was running in second and ended up on his roof. Maybe we can catch it on the replay. SHNOOBY didn't even make it to the third corner. What happened to him? Just got caught on the edge, and man, there's a lot of accidents here. Chipotle finished slow and backwards. If he could have gone around BEEZ, he could have managed to finish in third yet, but oh, this is Mike P's to lose. All he has to do is finish a race better than last. SHNOOBY and BEEZ would basically have to finish win both of the remaining races. Basically a race for second place now. But here we go, Heat 5. Milkman's going to take the victory. And then Mike does finish in last, but doesn't really matter because BEEZ and SHNOOBY couldn't do much with it. The one chance where Mike loses and the best they do is finish 4th and 5th. That's not how you get it done, boys. So Mike P will clinch the championship with that. But let's see who can finish second. It's a close race between Milkman, BEEZ, and SHNOOBY. Only a 2-point gap between them. COWBOY and SHNOOBY are lined up here in first. COWBOY could use a victory. Mike P is going to go for a victory. He's starting the back row, but big accident and SHNOOBY pulls out the win. Mike P finishes in second, starting from the back row. Man, Mike is just dominating this track. Huge victory for Mike. Who knows, maybe Mike could be the one to beat Shady Cadence. That would be an interesting matchup to see. Maybe down the road we'll host another tournament and give him a chance to go up against the champion. And finishing in 6th, COWBOY. 5th, Chipotle. 4th, the Milkman. 3rd place, BEEZ. 2nd place, SHNOOBY. And your champion is Mike P in the 1970 Chevelle. Thanks for joining us, and please subscribe to follow the action.